normally see people doing get ready for the day with me, but I thought I'd mix it up. And so I'm going to be doing get ready for bed with me while I talk about things that have been happening in my life. This is Cairo. He is obsessed with me the second that I decide that I'm going to take a shower. The moment I decide that it's shower time at the end of the night, he's there. And he will not leave me alone until I either feed him or my boyfriend gets home. So he will probably be in most of this video. Won't you? For those of you who don't know, he was a COVID baby, and so he was used to having us there 24/7. And so he is the clingiest little baby to ever exist. Aren't you? Huh? Up. Up. I'm trying to teach him some things, but he's a little bit of a fool sometimes. Hi. Anyway, what I tend to do, so I'm a night shower. If you shower in the morning, I think you're cringe and weird, because why are you showering in the morning when you're really stinky and gross from your day? That's just getting put into your bed. That's nasty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shower momentarily, but I was at my job and I burnt myself because I work in a restaurant, and so I was in the kitchen trying to help, and things kind of turned south pretty quick. It was 100% my fault. Don't tell my job that though, because then they won't pay me for my pain. But one of our boiling hot dunkers was clogged, and it was at the end of the night at like 11:30, and so I wasn't thinking and I was trying to clean it, and there's like this little pipe that goes, ooh, ow. There's this little pipe that goes from the bottom where it was clogged up to the top, and so I had my arm through the little sneak peek. It doesn't look as bad because it's been a day or two, but I was trying to unclog it and then the water splashed up onto my arm. And so yes, it was dumb and stupid and idiotic, but you know, that's life. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, there's a little look. It's not gross, so it looks a lot better actually. I've been told that it's going to scar. You can see that there's like 2 open points, but it's not anything bad. I hope YouTube doesn't take this down. I haven't gotten to talk to you guys or post any videos in a while because it's been crazy busy. I didn't talk about it in my last update, but I had gotten a second job at a library or a bookstore rather. So that was a lot of stress. And I actually just recently quit. And trust me, I'm not the kind of person who gets a job and then quits it immediately, but it was the fact that they weren't scheduling me. They took away almost all of the benefits that I was there for the first place, that I was there for. And then also, it was just like a weird environment. And so I was only there for like a month, but yeah, so I also had a secondary job, and trying to do 20 credits while also having 2 jobs, even though they didn't schedule me very much my secondary job, it was a lot. And so I decided that I need to back up and focus on my mental health a little more, because today I was going to try and be super productive. And I mean, I went to my 8 a.m. painting class, so that's a win. And then I was like, you know that mindset when you first wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so productive today, you have no idea. I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m, I'm going to do all of my homework, I'm going to exercise, work out, I'm going to do all of this stuff. I baked cookies today. So also another win. But I did a lot of rotting today. I think I'm catching a cold, and so I'm not feeling the best. So that doesn't help either. But, tomorrow, 2 of my 3 classes are canceled or on Zoom. So that means more rotting for me. But, it's okay to rot a little bit, I say. I really wanted to be productive today, but I wasn't able to. And while that makes me feel awful about myself, it's not the end of the world. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I'll be productive tomorrow. We'll see. I feel like I'm gonna be more productive tomorrow. I had my spring break last week, and so now I'm stuck in that college kid mindset where I had a week off and my brain just collapsed in on itself, and now I'm trying to get back into the groove of things, and I can't do it. It's so hard. Anyway, I'm not going to show you this part because that's a little weird. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trusted cling wrap and I'm going to, oh, he's pussing. I'm going to wrap it around my arm so when I'm in the shower, water doesn't splash on it because, water splashing on open, raw skin is not great. It does not feel great. Yesterday, I got soap on this when I was trying to shampoo and it hurt like hell. I will see you guys after my shower and I will let you know how this went. But first, do you see him? Come. Hi, buddy. He is obsessed with showering, and what's interesting is that he's the stinkiest little man to ever exist. So you'd think that he wouldn't be into me showering, but somehow he is. So anyway, I will see you guys momentarily. So this worked completely opposite of what I wanted. And the saran wrap that was on my arm actually took in all of the water and kept it inside of the saran wrap, and so I had to rip it off mid-shower because it was just chilling inside. Anyway, let me get dressed and I will tell you guys a little bit more about what's happening. So now that there's no chance of you guys seeing anything besides my wonderful Ren and Stimpy bedtime shirt, what can I say? I don't do much when I'm going to bed. Normally I do a lot more in the mornings, which is why I never do get ready with me's, because I feel like there's just so much more. All I really do is I put some moisturizer. I know every single TikTok I've ever seen where it's like, don't use these products, they're so incredibly bad for you. Oh, hi kitten. Here's another one. Oof. This is Miss Ankh. She's not as big of a camera fan. But anyway, all the TikToks I've ever seen say, don't use this. It's so bad for you. It seems to be working okay for me, so I'm going to not listen and I'm going to do whatever I want. As you may see, this is not the most aesthetic get ready for bed with me that you've probably ever seen. I have mentioned it before on my channel when I'm talking about stuff, but for vlogs especially, it just stuns me how people will put in so much effort and like it feels embarrassing. Don't get me wrong, they get views and they probably have so many more subscribers and followers than I do, but just the fact that what you do is you go up and then you go like, and then you just voice over it. That's my thing. Like, I did try to do a vlog when I went to Seattle, and I literally could not force myself to talk out loud in front of the public because I guess my main mindset is the fact that I don't want to constantly have my phone on. Like, I don't want to make every aspect of my life content. And that's also why people who say like, oh, can you do like a day in the life? I probably will at some point, but it's just difficult for me because I hate the idea that I'm living my life and I'm just searching for content. I started doing YouTube videos because I wanted to, one, make people smile, make people's days, but also I just wanted to have fun. That's also why I don't have like a strict schedule anymore like I used to. I kind of just post whenever I'm feeling like it. Yeah, so I genuinely do not enjoy the aesthetic, like get ready with me's or like the aesthetic vlogs, and if you do, I'm not yucking your yum, so to speak, but it's just not my thing. So anyway, so I put on moisturizer. That's all I do for my face because my thing is I don't feel like putting a bunch of products on my face as I'm going to sleep. I know technically every video I've ever seen says that you're supposed to. Every person's different. That's kind of just my mindset. But also, because my hair's extremely frizzy, I like to use serum. Just because otherwise I'll wake up and it'll be the most frizzy thing that you have ever seen. I double shampoo, which can be really bad for some people's hair, but the tops of my hair get really oily, and so I found that double shampooing works for me. It might not work for other people, but if you have really oily scalp and just hair in general, I found that double shampooing makes my hair softer, and I also wake up and it's just oily enough where it's not frizzy. So that's all I really do, like beauty wise. I like to try and let my hair air dry as much as possible because even though I have natural curls that I completely demolish with a straightener in the morning, my hair already takes a lot of heat, and I do have a blow dryer, but I only use that if I take a shower and then I have to go to bed immediately because I cannot stand going to bed with soaking my hair. It drives me crazy. Today I'm not going to bed for like another hour. And even though I have extremely thin hair, it takes for freaking ever to dry because why wouldn't it? But let me go ahead and try to fix this bad boy so that I can go to bed. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm a super anxious person, and so I don't know if you can really see, but I kind of hurt my thumbs today. They take a lot of beatings, and today it was because I was having my mid-semester evaluation for my art class, and I mentioned this before, but if this is the first video of mine that you've ever seen, I'm taking a painting class as like a fun little extra class while I'm doing my senior thesis for college. And I thought it was gonna be like a fun little thing because it's a 1000 level, but I'm quickly realizing it might not be as fun as I thought. So I was doing my mid-semester evaluation and it was just like a still life painting, and I felt really good about it. And I know it's like a teacher's job to tell you on like what you should improve on, but I feel like teachers shouldn't be allowed to say you need to start from scratch, because the entire time that I was sitting one-on-one with my teacher, I was just going crazy at my thumbs because he kept saying, oh, you need to erase this entire half and like start over because your proportioning is wrong and it doesn't look like your reference photo. And I mean, it was kind of devastating. You know, I walked in and he was like, oh, how do you feel about this? And I was like, I feel pretty good. And then that happened. So that's kind of what also made me decide to not be productive today. Well, as productive as I wanted to be, was because I felt really good. I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning and I got to my painting class early, and I was working on my art, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm feeling good. And then she was like, okay, come do your mid-semester evaluation. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was already kind of nervous because I don't feel like I'm great at realism painting, which is all this class is, by the way. he claims that he wants you to have your own style, but the second that I tried to go like more cartoony, which is what I'm good at, he was basically like, this is a realism painting. Okay, sir, just say that then. So anyway, I didn't do very well on that, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm not feeling very good. Yeah, I guess I will save you guys some time and I'll just wrap this bandage because I have a feeling you don't want to see that. I'll just wrap this bandage and then I will meet back with you in a moment when I am doing my final gettings readies. Ta-da! It's really crappy, but I'm gonna have to redo it in the morning when I wake up anyway, so I don't really care much. I feel like I always reach a point in these videos where I run out of things to say, so I'm going to pull a dentist's thing where they ask you a bunch of questions while they're inside your mouth, kicking around, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush my teeth and I'm gonna say a bunch of nonsensical stuff so you think that I'm saying something really important, but it's actually just gonna be me talking about the weather or something. Here's my really fancy electric toothbrush. Yeah, that's right. I'm rich, you're poor. Yeah, that's right. I got this for like 20 bucks on Amazon. It was on sale. Also, I promise that my voice doesn't normally have this weird, like, grovelly sound. I'm getting sick, so please bear with me. Don't comment about it. I'm also trying to be kind of quiet because I have neighbors, so I don't want them to listen. Anyway, now that we're extremely awkward and everything's done, here's your shower. Okay, hang on. Oh. It's not where it was. There we go. Oh. He didn't want to get up. He wants to get up on his own accord. Here's some tail action. Come here. What am I supposed to do? What are you doing? You're in the way. Oh my god. Can you? Oh my god. My dentist told me to get this fancy electric toothbrush, and the reason is because I had a cavity in my back teeth up here. And some of you may be thinking, well, why didn't you just get the cavity out? I got quoted $500 for one cavity, and it's not even that bad of a cavity, but I got quoted $500 with insurance, by the way. I have insurance, but they quoted me $500 to fix it. And I'm not blaming the dentist because we even had a chat about how ridiculous it was. I'm blaming America. And anyway, now I have a fancy toothbrush, so that hopefully I don't have to get a root canal, because that's gonna cost me even more. Also, speaking of cavities, I am going to I'm going to floss my teeth for the camera. I have problems remembering to floss my teeth even though I do have cavities. It's embarrassing, but I'm being raw and honest with you guys, so what can I say? Flossing is important, I'm aware. You don't have to convince me. I know. The problem is, why is flossing so inconvenient? I've been getting so many ads about the water flossers, like the little water picks that you can use. That just seems like way more work because you get water everywhere, and like people are saying that's the most amazing thing ever, and like their cavities went away. Okay, bud. Sure, bud. And now my cats are fighting in the other room. Sometimes they love each other and sometimes they want to kill each other. I feel like it's just a cat thing. Isn't this the most aesthetic thing that you've ever seen? Now, if I get rich and famous, you will be able to tell people you've seen me floss. And I was going to do the funny dance floss, but I'm almost 22. I'm so mature, and there's definitely not going to be a cut of me doing it in a minute here. Maybe it'll be like a jump scare and it'll surprise you. You will never expect it, but then all of a sudden it'll just be me doing the floss and you'll get absolutely spooked. But also, I would never do that because why would I do that? That's cringe and weird. Only cringe weirdos do that. And 10-year-olds. Since I'm here, I should do the whole shebang and include mouthwash. Huh? Also, I am recording this on my phone because it's convenient. And you know, all you need to do YouTube videos is your phone that has video and a dream. This will probably be the end of the video because I'm not going to show you my bedroom. Because due to me rotting, I haven't done any of my laundry. Also, my boyfriend's been busy and normally he's the one that folds laundry. So, there's a lot of laundry everywhere. There's a lot of rot piles of laundry. Don't worry, they're all clean. There are piles randomly in the bedroom, so I'm not going to show you that. Also, that's my personal domicile, and I'm not going to show you that part of my life yet. We are not that close yet. We are not that close yet. Have you even subscribed to me yet? Have you even hit the like button yet? Yeah, that's what I thought. Uh-huh. So anyway, this was my second vlog ever, I think. My third, technically, but the second one I never posted or even edited. So that was Get Ready for Bed with Medieval Tom. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the look into my life. I hope you related to me rotting, but if you are super successful and you watch this video to feel better about yourself, good for you. I wish I was you. Otherwise, to my fellow rotters, mwah, good night, and I'll see you in the next video.